Okay, so I was on my way to the airport to go to work like an hour ago, and I got the notification that my first leg tonight was delayed like an hour and 10 minutes, and Josh was on his way home from work at that time, so I got to go back home and get my report time changed, and now Josh gets to take me.
Yes, I do. We're
starting a 3-day today. I have been trying to trade or drop this trip all month and it wouldn't budge. But yesterday morning I woke up to a notification that someone wanted to trade me their Paris trip for this crappy 3-day. I thought I was dreaming. I was like, what in the world? But it was real. It was true. Someone really wanted to trade their Paris for this 3-day, but we were in Oklahoma yesterday and so I couldn't do it. I couldn't trade it. Let me explain the situation for you guys. It is 7:33. The flight was originally supposed to take off at 7:18. So I was supposed to be here at 6:18. So on my way here, I saw that it was delayed an hour and 10 minutes. So I was like, perfect, I'll turn around, go home, and ask them to change my report time for an hour and 10 minutes later. That made my report time 7:28. So the flight was then going out at 8:28 p.m. So I go home, Josh brings me to the airport, and we're right outside the airport, like 5 minutes away, and I see that our flight is now delayed until 10:20 p.m. If we are delayed 3 hours, our first flight of our trip, delayed 3 hours, then you can be removed from the trip without pay. I'm like, that's perfect. I'm delayed 3 hours. I'll just call and see if I can just get removed from this trip without pay so I can go home and then maybe pick something up tomorrow or whatever, but I can go home tonight. Instead of sitting here for 3 hours, they told me that since I called and got my report time changed the first time to 7:28, now that whole clock of 3 hours starts over at 8:28. If I get delayed until 11:28, then I can go home without pay. Our layover was already super short. It was 13 hours, and now it is 10, which is very short. You're definitely not going to get enough sleep with a layover like that, and this trip is just already spiraling, and it hasn't even started yet. I'm trying to find a bright side. The bright side, I guess, is that I did get to go home and see Josh for, like an hour. I brought my little cozy blanket. I'm chilling in a pretty nice spot. Got a water. Oh, actually, I forgot to tell y'all. I went to my special spot over in Terminal D where they have the nice couches, and that's just my cozy little spot that I like to sit when things like this happen. They had it blocked off. They had it blocked off like they did during COVID. I tried to press the elevator wouldn't come down. What are they doing up there? Like, it had a little sign that said, join us for events. I'm like, this is the spot for delays and bad days. That was upsetting as well. Anyways, I went over and got a venti water, and I also got a cake pop. Feeling better already. I'm just gonna sit up here for a little bit in my nice little chair, watch TikToks for a little bit until my plane gets here. We got like a little over 2 hours. It is 12 o'clock. Every time is at 12:40. I did get to sleep in this morning. I slept until like, I want to say 11. Our flight last night was kind of rough. It was bumpy. I mean, we didn't leave until 10:20, so obviously we were really tired by the time we got here. I'm just gonna put a little bit of makeup on, and then today we are going back to Dallas, and then Dallas to Jacksonville. And then we have another short layover in Jacksonville tonight, so hopefully no delays today and that layover doesn't become even shorter. Okay, so our first leg is already delayed 50 minutes, right after I just said hopefully no delays today. Have y'all seen those TikToks of girl dinner? If you haven't, it's just a bunch of random things that girls put together and call it girl dinner. Well, tonight my girl dinner was a DoubleTree cookie. It was delicious. Probably the best DoubleTree cookie I've ever had, actually. But it is 9:50. Just got here and got all settled in and talked to Josh for a little bit, and I'm gonna throw something on TV. Hopefully I'll get to bed here soon. Our van time tomorrow is 10:45 a.m. Good morning, y'all. I'm already ready to go. I just got done with my makeup and I made a little TikTok. It was really fun. Hopefully I can edit it in the TikTok app because I'm really not good. Like, I can't just do, you know, one take. I'm trying to post more TikTok content, like short form content. And I feel like I've said that a million times and I just haven't done it. I've just been in such a crabby mood this whole trip. And I've just been thinking, like, what can I do to make it better? What can I add? What can I spice up this trip with? So I felt like making a TikTok would make me a little bit happier, and it did. It's gonna be a long day. Today we're going to, we are in Jacksonville. We're going from Jacksonville to Dallas, and then we have a Cleveland turn. Cleveland is not short either. I wanna say it's like 2.5 hours. It's a long day, and I think we get home at like maybe 9:30. I don't know if I showed y'all the view. There's a little pool over there. And this little fountain. We are so close to the airport. It literally took us like 3 minutes to drive here last night. Love that for us. I hate when it's like a super short layover and then a long drive to the airport. Good afternoon. It is 4:27. We are gonna leave here at 5:15. My airport time is at 6:15. Might actually even leave a little earlier and get something to eat at the airport. Today's Saturday, so Josh is driving me to the airport. And I haven't been vlogging today just because I've been in a very sad mood. Like the last few days, really, but especially today. I'm definitely sad that I'm leaving, working on a Saturday and Sunday. And I wouldn't care if Josh didn't have the job that he does. Like, I used to never, like, I didn't mind, you know, flying on the weekends, working on the weekends, but now that Saturday and Sunday are the only 2 days that Josh is home, if I'm working a 2-day trip that's a Saturday, Sunday, it's kind of sad. It makes me sad. But thankfully it's a late report today, so I did get to spend most of the day with him today. I think we get back tomorrow pretty late. It's a 1-3, so 1 leg to Charleston today and then 3 legs tomorrow. Just got to Charleston and this hotel room is so beautiful. Everything just looks so nice. We've got the bathroom over here. I love this little area. I'm gonna put my suitcase right there. There's a little bar to hang stuff on. And then there's also this little closet with a light to make everything feel fancy. Little coffee maker here and a fridge. And then what's in this drawer? Oh, Bible. That's nice. Desk, TV. And then look at the bed and the little light behind it, the wall, it's all so pretty. And then we've also got this big couch in front of the window. It's got a light over it. What a cute little spot. Just all around beautiful hotel room. Okay, this hotel room was amazing. They've got outlets all over the place. I slept great. The pillows weren't super comfortable, but the bed was really comfy. Overall, the vibe, it's so cute. A really nice, cozy hotel room, except I've bumped this corner with my shin 12 times, 15 times, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna have a huge bruise on my shin from this corner here. And just like, why? Why is that? Why does that need to be there? It's 10:42. I really don't feel like wearing a lot of makeup today. I love Charleston, and this is only my second time in Charleston. The last time that I was here, it was the day that Josh and I got married. We eloped in November. We just got married at the courthouse in Dallas on 11/11, November 11th. Went straight to the airport, got on a flight to Charleston, and then just had like a mini honeymoon in Charleston. We took like elopement photos and it was just the best. It was just the best. I don't really want to get sad, but just the last time that I was here, my life was just so perfect. Just married, the love of my life, just so happy, on cloud 9. My family was perfect. So just being here, getting to the airport last night, it definitely just, I don't know, it just gave me a queasy feeling last night. I think I'll always think of Charleston as just this magical place where I was just so happy and I had everything I could ever need in the world. Josh and my family. But I also think about how naive I was just had no idea my life was not gonna stay perfect, but for 3 days. I'm trying to catch up on all my editing and all the YouTube content that I have. I've got months of stuff to edit, just so much stuff. We had a wedding videographer, so we will have a wedding video, and I just vlogged a lot of like prepping for the wedding, and Sydney even took my camera and vlogged a little bit on the day of, which was so fun. So I'll have more wedding content also. A lot of y'all have been asking about the wedding, and it was really great. It was a really happy, good day. Obviously it could have been better. With our circumstances, it was as good as it possibly could have been. And now I'm so happy that we did it. And I also just feel like the memory of us eloping and coming to Charleston, that memory is just so tainted now because I lost my sister 3 days later. So I'm really glad that we did it, that we went through with it. It was just a good memory. It was a happy day. Today is a long day. We are going Charleston to Charlotte, which is a quick little hop, and then Charlotte to LaGuardia, and then LaGuardia to Dallas. I want to say Charlotte to LaGuardia is like an hour and 20 or an hour and 30, but then LaGuardia back to Dallas is like over 3 hours. Long day today, and then I'm off tomorrow, and then I'm working all-nighters for I think the next couple weeks. And I tell you what, I've been missing my all-nighters. It's crazy because I used to hate them so much. Don't you love that they fixed your lights?
I do love
and
it.
They're not blue anymore.
I kind of like the blue lights.
No, I didn't like them.
It was nice. It felt like I was in a limo.
I thought that was the weirdest thing on our first date. I got in his car and he had blue lights all throughout the car. I was like, this dude's gonna be weird.
And I was.
It is 10:24. We're just leaving the airport. Thank goodness Josh came to pick me up today because I'm exhausted from that 3-leg day. Even though the first leg was super short, we didn't even have a service on that first one. It was only 37 minutes. And then this last one was just a super long flight. Oh, and you know how I always tell Josh about all of the books that I read, and this book that I was reading today, it was one of my favorite books I've ever read until like the last 2 sentences, like the last page, but the last 2 sentences. So I've been doing this thing where if I don't like the end of a book, I just change it. I change it in my head. I say, that's not actually what happened. This is what happened. And honestly, it gives me so much peace. This girl and this guy, they're in love, yada yada. And at the end of the book, she is gonna propose to him. Like, I know that's the end of the book. She's gonna propose to him.
So you switched it and he proposes to her?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Of course I did. I had to. Also, before I left the airport, before I walked out of the airport, I texted Josh and I said, C26, just C26. That's all I had time for because I knew he was getting close. I leave the airport, I'm walking out and I just see him flying by.
Oh, not flying by.
Not flying, but he was not driving slow, okay? He was not, like looking for me. I see him going past after I had texted him right exactly where I would be. And I was like, what the heck? So I just FaceTimed him and I was like, I texted you where I was. And he was like, oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get a text. I get in the car and there's a text from my wife. I wonder what it says.
C26.